How can Christians maintain unity in light of all of the debates over various COVID mandates and restrictions? Hey, New Covenant, this is the pastor's note for Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. Maybe you're on the side of the young woman who shared, there is no better way in our current climate to walk out the command to consider others as better than yourself than to receive the vaccine. There are many Christians who share this sentiment. My question in response is, why is love a one-way street? Doesn't this command to consider others as better than yourself apply equally to the vaccinated and the unvaccinated? Do the vaccinated not have an obligation to consider the unvaccinated as better than yourself? Wouldn't it be an irony of epic proportions to apply Philippians 2:3 to wield that verse as a club rather than as a mirror? Certainly it would be. In certain things, the Bible gives us explicit commands. So for instance, in Exodus chapter 20, verses 13 and 14, we read, do not kill, do not commit adultery. But where there is no explicit command, we have explicit instructions. Each one should be fully convinced in his own mind. That's Romans 14:8. In other words, every individual must decide for himself. We often refer to this as liberty of conscience. Christian liberty was at the heart of the Protestant Reformation. The Westminster Confession of Faith and the London Baptist Confession state, God alone is Lord of the conscience, and hath left it free from the doctrines and commands of men, which are in anything contrary to his word, or beside it in matters of faith or worship. That's Westminster Confession of Faith 20, paragraph 2, and the London Baptist Confession, chapter 21, paragraph 2. Where there is no explicit command, Christians have the freedom, and I would say the responsibility, to read, to study, and to decide for themselves how best to live to the glory of Christ. Scripture also teaches that no Christian or institution, for that matter, should seek to force his decision of conscience upon another Christian. Paul said, as for the one who is weak in faith, welcome him, but not to quarrel over opinions. That's Romans 14:1. You must exercise this latitude of conscience with deference and consideration for others. So, it is a sin for a man to violate his conscience. That's Romans 14:22. And it is sin to judge or seek to impose your will on others whose conscience differs from yours. That's Romans 14:10-12 and other places. Now, let's apply this to medicine, including obtaining or abstaining from COVID vaccinations. The Bible does not command Christians either to seek or to avoid medical therapies. To do either it's a matter of personal choice. Every Christian must make up his own mind. Again, Romans 14. And on biblical principle, hear me now, on biblical principle, he must defend the right of other Christians to make up their minds. Christian unity will be maintained through COVID when we practice love and respect, not as a one-way street, but as a two-way street. We will maintain unity when we work together to preserve the right of the vaccine ready and of the vaccine resistant to adhere to their conscience. God alone is Lord of the conscience. He is Lord of your conscience. You do well to observe this personally and toward others. May God pour out his richest blessings on us as we honor him with this area too. I'll see you next time.